What is going on, everybody? My name is Bleeves. Folks, 2 days ago, I saw a video, and it was from your pop, and it said that he bought 100 million Shib. And then I said, you know what? I just bought 200 million Shib. I don't think 100 million is a big deal. So I decided I was going to make a diss track on your pop and say, hey, how come you didn't put 300 million Shib? You're the guy with the money. I'm just the up and coming believer. And then while I'm getting it ready, the bomb drops. What's that bomb? Well, first of all, we're going to check out the price action. Then we're going to go check out the transaction that I made buying 200 million Shib. Then we're going to look at the bomb that dropped. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleeves.
All right, guys, step one, we are on the 1 hour chart. Now, you can see over here, we did have about 5 hours ago, we have this nice little pump over here to 1300. Nothing to write home about, but we are still testing this sort of 1300 resistance area. Now, the move has come back down, and as you can see over here, the market has pumped up to 1.033 trillion. That's from down at 997 billion just a few short hours ago. So we're feeling better about this move. Now, that being said, there is still some work to do. If you look at this one, you've got down here, you've made some crossovers here onto the signal is being passed over by the SMA, which is usually a bullish signal, meaning that the price is going up. But we saw that happen back here and back here, so that indicated that the price was going up, price went up. Now we have to account for this move, and if you zoom in here, you see that the crossover is about to begin, where it's going to start to get bearish if it doesn't make a nice little push to the upside. But the market seems to be moving in a much more positive pattern. Now, what's the 4 hours showing you? 4 hours showing you that we are still in this sort of pump pattern here that leaves us. It's really good position, by the way. We've tested support here. We've tested support here. We've tested support here. There's got to be a move coming towards that upside. Now, let's back up to this right here. Let's take a zoom in, and you can see right here. Now, we did talk about this a little while back, and this was the 4 hour, and there was a breakdown over this sort of channel. And look, we're looking for this wedge to play out. We're looking for the wedge to play out to the upside in the hopes that it will, because the market sentiment looks pretty good, et cetera, et cetera. And then, of course, we broke to the downside, but then immediately caught our support line and bounced back up. Now, problem, we're using the bottom of this line as our resistance. So we need to get back into this sort of channel. But if we get into this channel, well, then what's next? Well, then it looks like that would be a rapid move towards that upside, because we are, again, testing it and testing this descending sort of wedge. We're looking for that breakout. Now, that's what the 4 hour looks like. And you can see that the positive money flow just started back. Positive money flow just started back. The SMA is now over the signal line. So we're in positive shape, and we're getting to the opening of the Asian markets. The Asian markets have been good. Liquidity is being injected into the markets. Now, one more move over to the day chart. As we look at the day chart, we're seeing the same thing play out, but we are seeing the same thing that we saw before. We're seeing that that move down here. Now, this is the crux, right? When you see your red switch over to pink right here, this is a possibility that we're looking at a nice move, right? Each time you see that flash over, like right here, we're seeing that flash over right here. We had some more downside, a little bit more downside, but then we played all the way up to right here. Now, what happens in that regard? Let's kind of pull this out, and you just get an idea here of what that looks like overall. So we're playing this line right here, and we're playing it up to this area right here. 36% increase. That's the kind of increase that we're looking at. That's the kind of increase that we're looking for out of this little move right here. Now, the one concern you have is, of course, that the signal line is a little bit above your SMA, but if we continue to add money and this MACD is true to what it's doing, and you see here, we've had a couple of fake outs over the last bunch of days. We've seen this little fake out move here. We got this, but then within a short period of time here, within a week, we were already back here. So, we've been in this little bearish sentiment for a little bit too long. I think it's time that we start making that move to the upside. Shibarium is just too close right now to be playing games. So I think we're going to cross over, and I do think we're going to start testing this number up here, 1522. Now, at one point, I was talking to you about 1787 and 2058. It's possible that that's a little bit too far for right now. But when we get that real FOMO moment with an actual announcement, then we're going to see just how excited people get. Now, let's talk about what we did over here. And this is it right here. We bought 203 million for 1.6 ETH, while your pop's out here spending 0.8 ETH. Who does that? Who spends 0.8 ETH when you could spend 1.6 ETH for SHIB? Now, why did I do that? Because I have a feeling this thing is going to make a big move, and it was a great price in order to accumulate, because anything under 1,300 at this point for me seems to be a pretty decent opportunity to accumulate. Now, how much are you going to hold for the long term? Well, we look at this move up here, and we look at how far this thing could run or has run. We look at all of the data that we have, and we try to get an idea of how far we have to go. I'll take a little move. I'll take just a little bit of a move to this upside, and let's grow from there. We're in a bear market moving into the bull phase of a market. So I have a feeling that retail investors are coming back, and they're coming in hard, and they're coming for SHIB. So I don't think it would be anything to see this number triple in very short order. So I'm not putting it past this market to really, really, really start to pump. And you see here, this little 39.86 level right here. Now, I'm not calling this as a level, by the way, but I do want to point out that this is a pretty nice level right here in that 34, 35 range, and 39 up in this little spot right here. That's maybe our max, right? So let's see what plays out over the next couple of days as Shibarium starts to get closer and closer and closer. And that leads us now to the big announcement. The big announcement being Shibarium is now in it now has an intake form live. Now, what is that? The intake form for an L2 blockchain, a decentralized global system of business projects, platforms, and people here for the common good of SHIB kind. This post is short, but for those of you that are TLDR, here's a link to our new website and intake system. For those who want to know more, read on. This is just basically telling you right now that Shibarium is open for you to become part of the building process on Shibarium. And that means that if you or anybody that you know want to become builders, dApp creators, token providers, chomps coming, if you want to get involved in Shibarium, in the SHIB universe, in the ecosystem, then now is the time. All you have to do is fill that out. Now, what does that entitle you to? Nothing special, other than you're being updated and you're being notified of everything going on in the background for Shibarium. Are they going to tell you when it's going to launch? No. But everything else you're going to be able to get. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Guys, we now have 200 million more SHIB because we are ready for SHIB to get on an epic run and take this thing to the moon. It's not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys again very, very, very soon. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining.